I met Alberto in 1970. We were both starting our first year residency at Georgetown University Medical Center. And our first rotation was at the Veterans Administration Hospital, where we were both on call on the same schedule. So we spent many nights together talking. Our children were the same age, so the families got together. We started a friendship that has lasted over the years. When Alberto would visit the U.S., we would touch base over time. And Georgetown gave us a very excellent clinical experience. The faculty was superb, both in general medicine and in the subspecialties. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to practice. In the second year, Georgetown provided us an opportunity to take electives, and we could choose institutions outside of Georgetown for specific electives. And I opted to take dermatology, rheumatology, and clinical immunology at Johns Hopkins during that second year. As a child, I had severe atopic eczema and allergic rhinitis conjunctivitis and asthma. So I had a natural interest in clinical immunology with a focus on allergy. And during my rotation at Johns Hopkins, I decided that I would pursue a fellowship in clinical immunology. Hopkins at that time was looking at ways to standardize allergens. During my fellowship, I realized that allergens used that I had during childhood for skin testing and allergy injections at that time had no standard of potency and was labeled no U.S. standard of potency. So when I finished my fellowship at Hopkins, I took a position at the Center for Biologics, which is part of the Food and Drug Administration, in the Laboratory of Allergenic Products, where I spent my career doing research on how to standardize allergens, and as well as regulating products that were submitted for safety and efficacy for licensure. During that period also, I became interested in the epidemiology of allergic disease and collaborated with the CDC to carry out national surveys of allergic disease. Towards the end of my career at the FDA, I became aware of the National Survey of Family Growth, which is a national survey of women of reproductive age. And I inquired as to whether there were any questions pertinent to allergy. There were none, and they indicated that I could submit questions to the survey. It was the results of this survey that most recently I was able to send Alberto a copy of the paper relating to the relationship of asthma and hay fever to fertility and fecundity in U.S. women. So I want to thank Alberto for inviting me to provide this little brief bio sketch, and we'll look forward to interacting in the future.